Station Manager Soyi Basamwa as the Chief Minister of Sierra Leone, Dr. David Moinina Senga, has called for calm among the displaced communities for Yenga while government pursues the matter diplomatically. He was speaking in Freetown, Kailang district, where he met with stakeholders and the displaced persons from Yenga and Sokoma communities who flee to safety amidst intimidation and fear of aggression from Guinean soldiers. The affected persons described the current situation they are faced with as dire and difficult, as they no longer have access to not have only their places but even the border where they used to go and do business. We continue with more stories. Assemblies of God Sierra Leone has consecrated and installed its newly elected General Council executives in a colorful ceremony held at the 5th Assembly of God Church, Bassey Brookfield, Freetown. The service, which drew together clergy, congregants and dignitaries, were held under the theme Ignite the Fire. Jonathan Turner has more.
Reverend Sir Christian Fire, who completed his first term 2021 to 2025, was reinstalled as the General Superintendent to serve his second mandate from 2025 to 2029. Alongside him, the following executives were also installed: Reverend Mark Abdullahi Sise, Assistant General Superintendent; Reverend Sir Festus Gauja, General Secretary; and Reverend Laveren Buya Kamara, General Treasurer. In his inaugural address, Reverend Fire expressed gratitude to God and the church body for their trust and confidence in his leadership. He emphasized that his second term will be guided by 4 thematic pillars: Ignite, Inspire, Invest, and Innovate.
We will embark on an inspirational and transformational strategic programmatic activities for the children, the youth, young adults, women, and men of the Assemblies of God mission through their different directorates, using modern available schemes to everyone motivated to grow and bear fruits. We will not limit our inspiration to spiritual empowerment, but we explore every opportunity that adds value to live abundantly. For Jesus came to give us life in His fullness. Invest. In order to harvest,
the event featured spirit-filled worship sessions, words of exhortation, and the laying of hands on the new leadership, symbolizing the church unity and collective mission.
Any practice or tradition, no matter how beautiful it looks, if it is not from God or the word of God, it is a strange flag. Somebody say flag. Any doctrine or policy espoused by the church, if it cannot be validated or authenticated by the word of God, it is a strange.
Reverend Fire affirmed his vision of building a stronger Assemblies of God church that continues to impact communities across Sierra Leone through evangelism, education, and social transformation. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
World health scientists and economists has called on medical sciences and other health experts on the ECOWAS region to translate their data into cost, thereby creating a compelling case for investment on Lassa fever. This, according to health economists, will attract investors, donors, and government to fund efforts that aim in the fight against infectious diseases in the region. This call was made at the second ECOWAS International Conference on Lassa fever in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Emmanuel Sabra report.
Whilst health experts, researchers and scientists are using scientific knowledge to fight infectious diseases, however, health economists believe that scientific knowledge is not enough to fight infectious diseases. Rather, funding is a major player in the fight because without funding, research projects or vaccines cannot be developed. They said the treatment for infectious diseases come with heavy financial and economic implications that continue to wreak havoc on the region's economy.
Be able to translate those evidence into things that speaks more value, because donors and decision makers are sensitive to data. We need to clearly cost how much represent the treatment of Lassa fever per case. We need to be able to quantify that cost.
Dr. Lamin Drami, who is the Managing Director of Success in Africa, is calling for an evidence-based budget line for Lassa fever.
Pandemic Fund is a tool managed by the World Bank. Exists, but usually the World Bank hardly will tell to the government, hey, come here, I have a fund. We know the World Bank is a bank. We know what is the purpose of a bank. But this tool exists in the bank and is free if you know how to ask for it.
For the Executive Director of the African Health Economics and Policy Association, Professor John Ataguba, said health experts have not been able to attract local financing because they have not been able to make a compelling investment case for investors and donors to invest in the fight against infectious diseases in the region.
So we need, as a matter of urgency, to go beyond rhetorics. You know, every year 80% of pregnant women, okay, how's that going to change anything? So we need that information very well. We also need to match that information with some monetary value or some value. It may not also be monetary, it might be something that is valuable within the community. Try and estimate the impact.
As their call echoes for matching costs to infectious diseases, they are also calling for the development of a holistic health insurance package that is inclusive of all diseases in the region. Emmanuel Samoa, SLBC.
The Sierra Leone Sickle Cell Society, in collaboration with its partners, have convened a third-quarter family meeting. The gathering in Freetown brought together patients, caregivers and advocates to chart the way forward for the September awareness-raising campaign. Esther Nenekama has more.
The third quarter family meeting of the Sierra Leone Sickle Cell Society was held at the organization's headquarters in Freetown, serving as a platform to engage members. The meeting was part of preparations for the September awareness campaign aimed at educating the public on prevention, early detection, and proper management of the condition. According to the program coordinator, Sierra Leone Sickle Cell Society, Emilia Ivagaba, the initiative is to raise national attention on the challenges faced by persons living with sickle cell disease, whilst also dispelling myths and stigmas surrounding it. Participants highlighted the importance of family support, consistent medical care, and community education in tackling the disease, which remains one of the most prevalent genetic blood disorder in Sierra Leone. Gender officer and founder Bindi Genes and Genotype Foundation pledged a continued collaboration in advancing awareness and ensuring access to proper health care for patients, particularly children and young people. The society further encouraged members of the public to join the upcoming campaign activities and stand in solidarity with individuals and families affected by sickle cell. For SLBC, Esther Nenekama reporting.
Well, President Julius Malema has received the ambassador of Egypt to Sierra Leone, Rasha Solema Mori Eldin Solema, at State House. During the visit, Ambassador Solema reiterated Egypt's commitment to deepen the partnership between the two nations. This meeting followed President Bio's recent state visit to Egypt in March 2025, where comprehensive cooperation agreements were signed across key sectors including agriculture, defense, infrastructure, ports, and fisheries. The ambassador praised the ongoing progress in implementing the agreement and highlighted Egypt's dedication to further strengthen ties with Sierra Leone. Ambassador Sulema also extended a special invitation for President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to President Bio to attend the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum. President Bio expressed his appreciation to President al-Sisi and the Egyptian government for their steadfast partnership, describing the bond between the two countries as one grounded in history and mutual respect. He reaffirmed his commitment to ensuring that the agreement brings tangible benefit to the peoples of Sierra Leone and Egypt. This is Musa. We continue with more stories. In a bid to deepen cultural understanding and foster mutual learning between Sierra Leone and China, the China Railway 7th Group has organized a cultural exchange activity at its headquarters in Grafton. The initiative aims to educate participants with practical teaching on Chinese language and culture. Esther Nenekama witnessed the event and now report.
The event held on the theme Sleek Road in Harmony Cultural Integration brought together professional Chinese teachers from the Confucius Institute at Fabe College, students from Freetown Polytechnic, and Sierra Leonean staff and management of CRSG. The General Manager CRSG, Doshingo, said, "Culture is borderless and can bring and enable people to work together." He added that language is key to establish a friendship or a relationship.
CRSG has been in Sierra Leone almost 20 years, and China-Sierra Leone relationship has been more than 50 years. Therefore, we start this program today to enhance our understanding, strengthen our relationship.
During the ceremony, the Chinese teachers delivered interactive lessons on Chinese language and the immersive experience of the Chinese culture tea art, providing participants with basic communication skills in Chinese and also shared insight into Chinese traditions. A representative of CRSG gave a presentation of the enterprise culture, family culture, which focuses on respect for individual, care, and development of individuals. A highlight of the program was the introduction to Chinese tea culture, which gave attendees the opportunity to not only learn about its historical and cultural significance, but also to experience the art of preparing and tasting authentic Chinese tea. Students and staff expressed their appreciation for the initiative, noting that shared cultural exchanges enhance cooperation, build stronger ties, and broaden their understanding of Chinese culture.
I've learned a lot, and honestly, the Chinese has a rich culture, especially on the aspect of the tea. There are so many things I've seen here that I've never seen before. I don't even know how it has been happening. I'm a tea loving fan, so seeing this is a great thing for me, and I learned a lot within their culture.
I've learned a lot. Like, I've learned to count from 1 to 10 and their symbols, how to write them, how to pronounce them, their way of living, like something like the tea. They show us different type of tea, their taste and everything else. In terms of pronunciation, like to ask someone like "Hello ma" is something like "Ni hao wa."
The initiative forms part of CRSG's broader commitment to promoting cultural integration alongside its infrastructure projects in the country. For SLBC, Kenema reporting.
As part of its support to educational development and also for scaling up academic performance in the East End of Freetown, Yunus Family, a community-based organization in Kisii community, has provided back-to-school materials including cash support to less privileged children from various schools in the community. According to the chairman of the organization, the support was not only intended to help parents provide for the academic needs for their kids, but also to influence academic performance and to boost the motivation of pupils. Let's hear more from Dennis Fraser.
The donation of school and learning materials by the Yunus Family Organization was geared towards ameliorating the current struggles by some parents who cannot provide for the academic needs of their kids. The items included backpacks containing 2 sets of sewed uniforms, books, pens, pencils, and many other learning materials, plus cash support. Parents and pupils who, even in the midst of the heavy rain during the program, expressed delight for the support. They cited that it will prevent pupils from missing out on attending school due to lack of school materials, which affects their academic performance.
On behalf of all the pupils from class 1 to classes, I want to say a big thank you to the organizers for planning this program and to the sponsors for providing these materials. Your kindness will help us to learn better and achieve our dreams.
The guest speaker, Kulifa Tilokamara, reflected on his days in school, which were challenging for him, but said the Yunus Family Organization has taken a bold step that will save the beneficiaries from a similar experience. He lauded the initiative and called on the parents and pupils to make good use of the items. According to the chairman, Santigi Sanko, the organization is yearning to extend its scholarship to many kids within and outside the community in the not too distant future. He called for support from other like-minded organizations and by extension the government.
We take a look at the community we find ourselves, we thought it fits. The kids, the children, they need help. Some of them, if you see one of them going to school in the morning hours, you will shed tears. So any NGOs within this country, government, stakeholders within this community, we have taken the lead. Let them come and help us.
Samuel's Lane in Kisii is one community where most parents and caregivers are either poor or do not have a steady income, and although these parents prioritize buying school materials to support their children's learning, other pressing challenges do not enable them to match up. As a way of lending a helping hand, the Yunus Family Organization for the past 2 years has been providing learning materials to school pupils and has helped to transform their learning environment into a more active and enjoyable space. SLBC, Dennis Fraser reporting.
Anti-Corruption Commission is set to launch a digital platform that will allow public officials to declare their assets online. The move of the portal, according to ACC Acting Public Relations Officer Alex Barr, is part of the Commission's efforts to strengthen transparency, fight corruption, and ensure accountability in government through the digital portal. Emmanuel Williams has more.
Assets declaration is a constitutional and legal obligation for public officials in Sierra Leone, but compliance has often been slow and challenging. Now, the Anti-Corruption Commission is turning into technology with the introduction of an online asset declaration portal. The Commission believes that the system will not only reduce paperwork and delays, but also will minimize opportunities for fraud and falsification of information.
We had to keep, a lot of packs of papers for, thousands of public officers across the country that were declaring their assets, and even for some of our work, maybe to verify it or probably for investigation purpose, tracing those asset declaration form, it can be hectic, and the world is moving now into a digital age. So it's all the more easier when all of these things, it's in a platform that you can easily access.
According to the acting public relations officer, Alex Barr, the portal is for all eligible declarants from grade 7 and above.
The portal is available for all eligible declarants. When we went to Parliament in 2019, when we reviewed the asset declaration regime, the laws, we made it compulsory for public officers grade 7 upwards to declare their assets.
Teachers, nurses, all public officials from grade 7 and above are to declare their assets.
So that is what the law says, is for public officers.
Public officers.
So if you are a teacher, you are a nurse, you are, wherever you are, hence you are a public officer. You are receiving salaries from the Consolidated Revenue Fund, and you fall within that grade, you are to declare assets.
Public officials are further warned to declare their assets accurately. The Anti-Corruption Commission says the success of the digital portal depends on compliance from public officials and on citizens demanding accountability from their leaders. SLBC News, Emmanuel Williams reporting.
The Ministry of Planning and Economic Development has conveyed a high-level engagement with community directors of international non-governmental organizations operating in the country. The discussion was focused on coordination at national and district level, fostering stronger partnerships and ensuring effective service delivery. Jeanette Anton, report.
The Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenema, underscored the importance of synergy between government institutions, international and local NGOs in advancing the country's development priorities. She emphasized that improved coordination and partnerships were vital to avoid duplication, maximize resources, and accelerate sustainable results for communities.
With all interventions, but at least in terms of the planning at that chiefdom level, because the prioritization will help us to better target interventions. Under coordination, of course, and enhancing the coordination of NGOs within the directorate, with the NGO directorate, most yourself, the MDAs and the local councils.
During the engagements, various heads of international and local NGOs commended the ministry for creating a platform for dialogue and pledged to align their operations with identified thematic areas. They also reaffirmed their commitment to transparency, accountability, and stronger collaboration with government and local partners.
The groups, it's important that we are all represented so that we can feed back to our members and feedback the other way. So fully committed to making that a more useful group, but I would make a little plea for our continued inclusion.
And as you see from this room, the room is full. It's because everyone is happy, to participate and continue to support the effort of the government and work together for the development of this country. So I just wanted to say we are happy to coordinate. We are willing to engage at all levels. Those challenges that you see, bring them to us. We'll discuss and then we'll take them forward.
The meeting also witnessed the formal introduction of the new development secretary, Ambrose James, who was warmly welcomed by the development partners. He expressed his readiness to work closely with international and local NGOs and other stakeholders to advance the ministry's mandate and strengthen service delivery at both national and district levels.
And make sure that we work together in sync for the betterment of Sierra Leone. That's all we're saying. Count on me for my commitment. As I said, I come from this sector. I know it very well. I know what the issues are, and be rest assured, I have open door policy.
can call me, we can discuss, and I can support you in any way possible, just to make sure that you all succeed.
The ministry affirmed its commitment to sustain regular engagements with partners to ensure that development interventions are well coordinated, impactful, and responsive to the needs of Sierra Leoneans. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
Well, in a drive to strengthen food security and empower local farmers, the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, through its Food Systems and Resilient Program, is making remarkable strides. Beneficiaries of the program have shared their success stories, showcasing how the initiative has transformed their lives and reduced the country's dependence on imported rice. Christina Kama reports.
In Makeni, Khadija Bangura was a smallholder farmer cultivating less than 50 hectares of land. With basic tools, now oversees over 500 hectares of farmland. She applauded the support she received from the Food Systems and Resilience Program. According to her, with those interventions, she has not only grown her own produce, but also empowered other women to become independent farmers. She highlighted that since 2023, she has been selling rice to the World Food Program and Catholic Relief Services for their school feeding programs, earning enough income to expand her farm and support more women in her community.
Before this time, the supply that we do more now. With their own intervention.
Before now, our supply was on a small scale, but with the intervention of FSRP, we are now operating on a large scale. Our turnovers have increased significantly, and we are now recognized across the country.
Now, Metula don't be waiting at this country. Everybody wants to do business with her.
In Cambia, the story is not different. For Aissata Sise, farming is more than a livelihood. Having farmed since childhood, she has successfully transitioned from subsistence farming to full-scale commercial rice production with the help of FSRP. According to her, she is now recognized as one of the best farmers across Cambia and Potloko districts. Over the past 2 years, she has consistently sold high-quality rice to WFP and the Sierra Leone Produce Marketing Company, helping to minimize rice imports for school feeding programs and boosting the country's foreign exchange reserves.
Today, one time we say for us. Now, FSRP intervene with Papa government. They see the rest don't come out to 4,000 loan.
Before, the price of rice was very high, but with the intervention of FSRP and the government, the price has dropped to 4 loans. FSRP has supported us with rice, machine, fertilizer, and even provided us with bush clearing services.
But now then they give you machine, they give you rice, they give you fertilizer. It can't understand the bush clearing now they do.
Through collaboration between the government, FSRP, and WFP, Aissata's community has also acquired modern rice milling machine, producing clean, high-quality local rice that meets national standards. These success stories from Makeni and Cambia demonstrate that with the right support, Sierra Leone's farmers can drive food security, create jobs, and transform rural communities. SLBC News are in Freetown. Christian Akama reporting.
The Sierra Leone Maritime Administration has organized a comprehensive safety training session for fishermen and boat riders in the fishing community of Tumbo and surrounding areas, aimed at promoting maritime safety and reducing risk at sea. The training was led by Emmanuel Richards, Director of Research, Maritime Education and Training at SLMA, who emphasized the importance of safety awareness and compliance with maritime regulations. Jeanette Turner reports.
Fishermen and boat operators play a crucial role in the nation's food security and economy, and equipping them with required knowledge and skills is essential for protecting lives and sustaining livelihoods. The objective of the engagement was to ensure that every fisherman and boat rider understands basic safety procedures, use of life jackets, navigate rules, and emergency response techniques. Director of Research, Marine Education and Training, Pius Richards, said that the training will not only reduce accidents but will also improve the efficiency and sustainability of fishing activities in the coastal communities.
Responsibilities to ensure that we train boat owners and boat operators as to how they navigate to the Sierra Leone inland waterways. That it basically looks at the safety aspect, firefighting mechanisms, and weather reading and boat operation through the Sierra Leone inland waterways.
Participants welcomed the initiative, describing it as timely and impactful. Hassan Kamara, a fisherman from Tombo, expressed gratitude for Sierra Leone Maritime Administration for bringing the training closer to their community.
Chiefly by the incident, now we will go and see other boating at the left side. You they keep you right side, you then at the right side. You they keep that lane there till you avoid problem.
The SLMA reiterated its commitment to continuous capacity building programs across coastal districts, stressing that safety remains a top priority in mine operations. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
Well, the National Civil Coalition on Marine Protection has held its inaugural meeting in Freetown following its formation in March this year. The meeting brings together civil society organizations working to safety marine ecosystem and address the growing impact of climate change. The gathering marked a critical step towards building a united voice for marine protection in the country. A reporter, Christiana Kama, has more. He was there at the Conservation Society of Sierra Leone headquarters.
We all recognized the fact that there are mammoth challenges, environmental challenges that the government is really grappling with, that communities are grappling with, and we cannot sit by and allow these challenges to swallow us, to say the least. So we have to do something, and fast. We have been talking and talking. Government has been doing a lot. Of course, we are aware that they are also overwhelmed by very competing responsibilities, national responsibilities. So as citizens of Sierra Leone, we think we must also try to do our bit to complement government's efforts.
During the meeting, members elected as an executive body that will serve for the next 3 years, tasked with leading the coalition's work and strengthening collaboration among stakeholders. Key issues include environmental challenges and the need for internal resource generation and external support from corporate institutions and the Ministry of Environment. The National Coordinator of the National Civil Society Coalition on Marine Protection, Abdul Kapri Dumbuya, discussed the coalition's formation in March and its first physical meeting to plan actions. He emphasized the importance of community responsibility in waste management and government enforcement on environmental laws to protect marine areas effectively.
First of all, my message goes to our communities to be very guided in terms of the way in which we handle our environment, our marine areas, our water bodies. We deposit waste, and we should be very much aware that whatever we do to the environment, the government has a tendency of fighting back, and it's most times very, very much disastrous when it does fight back.
Key discussions focused on sustainability, with participants stressing the need for internal funding through membership dues and contributions given the uncertainty of donor support. The coalition agreed to develop a membership application process, form an outreach committee, and explore partnerships with media outlets and corporate institutions. Speakers also underscored the importance of turning verbal commitments into concrete actions, encouraging active participation from all members to ensure the coalition achieve its mission of protecting Sierra Leone's marine resources for future generations. The inaugural meeting sets the stage for stronger advocacy and coordinated action as the coalition begins its work to safeguard the nation's coastal and marine environment. SLBC News are in Freetown. Christiana Kamari reporting.
Youth empowerment is a major pillar of government agenda, yet the majority of young people do grapple with unemployment. In a bid to support the government in this area, the Abubakar and Fatmata Taylor Banks Recruitment Company has been launched in a ceremony held at the government secondary school in Freetown. The company will hire and train both skilled and unskilled Sierra Leoneans to work abroad, especially in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Abdul Masari has more.
Abubakar and Fatmata Taylor Banks Recruitment Company SL Limited. So today the company now finally opened.
Sierra Leone has long grappled with struggling youth unemployment rates. According to a recent report by the UN, 70% of youth are underemployed or unemployed, and 50% are illiterate and unskilled. Recognizing the urgent need for intervention, the Abubakar and Fatmata Taylor Banks Recruitment Company has launched its operations to address youth unemployment and will provide adequate support to boost the livelihoods of these youths. The company intends to empower 100 skilled and unskilled youth, targeting masons, carpenters, plumbers, welders, and housekeepers, among others. According to the CEO Abubakar Taylor Bangura, who has been serving as the chairman and leader for all Sierra Leoneans in Dubai since 2022, the company has partnered with several other companies in Dubai to make its operations standard and reliable. He added that they are going to provide 200 motorcycles to able youth in the country who will be trained to meet international standards.
Unions to at least that have skills to at least implementing their skills and to work very hard. So that is the reason why we came up with this particular company. So at least they will go outside there, establish on what they believe they have and what they can do. So at least in return, they will come back to the country to implement on their skills.
Abubakar highlighted the company's mission, vision, and commitments to enhance social stability and economic growth.
We provide you the visa, employment visa for 2 years. We provide you tickets and we provide you accommodation. We provide you transportation and also we provide you insurance, because that's the most important thing. These are skilled workers. They need to be secure and they need to have insurance for their health in future.
Participants will receive hands-on training from industry experts alongside language courses to enhance their employability in Dubai. As the event concluded, attendees expressed their concerns regarding issues surrounding the initiative. Among them were questions about the credibility of the company and safety. However, the CEO assured them of their collaborations with the government and Sierra Leone and that of Dubai. Slbc News, Abdul Masari reporting.
While the spirit of innovation and enterprise took center stage at the annual end of semester Pitch Day 2025 at the Conqueen University. It was an exciting event organized by both lecturers and students to celebrate the culmination of a semester's work in entrepreneurship with aims to help students hone their pitching skills and build the confidence required to sell valuable business ideas in real-world settings. It also fosters critical soft skills such as communication, problem solving, and resilience, all essential for entrepreneurial success. Esther Susanne Bassi has more.
Work directly by highly trained people in the community that will sell it directly to users and
held as part of the entrepreneurship curriculum, the Pitch Day has become a flagship event at the Limco Queen University, offering students a platform to present and defend their business ideas in front of a live audience and a panel of evaluators. This year's edition saw a diverse range of innovative ideas, with students demonstrating not only creativity but also practical application of business knowledge acquired throughout the semester. The event, which is rooted in the unique structure of the university's entrepreneurship courses, is designed to move beyond traditional classroom teaching into the realm of experiential learning. Throughout the program, students showcase their innovative skills, business ideas, sustainable products, market research, among others. Students were also equipped with the tools needed to identify problems, create solutions, and pitch their ventures with confidence. Head of Faculty of Business Globalization, John Tambasise, spoke on the importance of the event, noting that Pitch Day is where everything comes together. These include ideas, teamwork, market validation, and presentation skills. He added that the way their courses are tailored allows students to engage with entrepreneurship practically, not just theoretically.
How you can be able to sell your idea, and it's a key skill that is generally lacking. So apart from teaching them the theory in the classroom, we also take them through how to sell their markets, how to sell their ideas, so that they can be able to attract investment.
Participants spoke about how the experience had challenged them to think critically and push them beyond their comfort zones.
It means a lot to me because I will not only be generating funds from this idea, but I will be helping these organizations to take control of how they handle their waste.
Our project was my first time stepping into entrepreneurship, if I could say. So this event allowed me to expand my skills, and undertaking this project allowed me to actually get a chance to experience or see how it's like in reality.
It's me to see the vast reality of how people struggle for medicine, and also as a personal individual I have also learned how medicine can be important, the skills of its use, and also how to be a better person in my own area of development, my own area of expertise, which is exactly.
Presentations were evaluated based on originality, feasibility, business potential, and presentation skills, and their innovative skills. The most promising teams received feedback, encouragement, and in some cases, interest from invited entrepreneurs and industry professionals. For SLBC News, Esther Susanne Bassi reporting.
Up next is Sports Update.
Hello there and welcome to the Sporting Updates that keeps you in the know. Now, after many years of not participating in international competitions, the Sierra Leone Tennis Association is back on track with an under-12 competition in Ghana, ITF and CAT qualifiers for the African Junior Championship. Sierra Leone is set to participate in the upcoming ITF and CAT Western African Junior Teams competition for under-12 category, which will be held in Accra, Ghana from September 15 to 19, 2025. This event is a qualifier for the prestigious final event of the African Junior Teams competition. Representing Sierra Leone in the boys category are three promising young players, Daniel Kamara, Sheku Lamin Conte and Mohamed Sisi. These three players have been training intensively for a month and will be guided by coach Amidou Dumboya. This marks a major moment for Sierra Leone, as it is the first time in several years that the nation has competed at a U12 competition. The young athletes are full of confidence and national pride. Daniel Kamara said they are committed to giving their best by winning matches and making Sierra Leone proud.
I prepare I be done it skin hard for going to Ghana, for go play. Like women are the under-12 champion. Then I'm first thing. I'm glad I excited that I thank the president for giving this opportunity, to the tennis association for giving this opportunity.
His teammates Sickle and Mohamed Sisse shared their excitement about representing their country for the first time in many years. They also thanked the Sierra Leone Tennis Association for their support. Coach Amidou Doumbouya is optimistic about the chances of Team Sierra Leone, and he said the competition is a chance for the players to test themselves and gain international exposure. SLTA President Andy Bam shared his excitement about the team's participation. He said it's a proud moment for Sierra Leone, and returning to the U12 competition after many years shows progress, and they are committed to nurturing young talent and showcasing them on the international stage.
Extremely elated that Sierra Leone is participating in this event after 3 years. 3 years ago, we were faced with so many challenges. We had court matters, but we are happy that those court matters have been brought to an end, and we are happy, gratefully for the invitation by the International Tennis Federation. The tournament is for boys and girls under 12, but unfortunately we were unable to produce players for the under 12 girls. These players were selected based on the result after the last concluded nationals in April.
The tournament hosted by the Ghana Tennis Association will take place on the clay courts of the Ghana Tennis Court. Teams from various West End African nations will be competing, but only one boys team and one girls team will earn a spot in the final AJTC under 12 event. Sierra Leone's participation sends a powerful message that the West African nation is investing in its youth tennis program and is ready to compete on the continental stage and inspiring a new generation of players. In the international scene, Manchester City defeated Manchester United 3-0 in the Manchester United derby. Alan Scott braced for Manchester City. It was City who dominated the entire match, and in fact, they took everything, hook, line and sinker. And that ends your update. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
With that, I will draw the curtain down in this edition of Closer. Quickly, the headlines. The Ministry of Social Welfare has officially launched the National Policy on Religious Tolerance and Practice at its headquarters in New Englandville, Freetown. The event brought together government officials, representatives of the Interreligious Council, civil society and community stakeholders. Health economists have called on medical scientists and other health experts in the ECOWAS region to translate their data into cost, thereby creating a compelling case for investment on Lassa fever. This call was made at the second ECOWAS International Conference on Lassa fever in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. And the Sierra Leone Sickle Cell Society, in collaboration with partners, has convened a third quarter family meeting. The gathering in Freetown brought together patients, parents, caregivers and advocates to chart the way forward for the September awareness raising campaign. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of Nosa. I have been Cindy Camara. Up next is Good Morning Sierra Leone. Stay tuned.
A place cannot produce poems. It can only not prevent them. And Freetown is good at that, for Freetown has its own sudden elegances. People are slow to leave it, quick to return. And there are others who come for a year or two and stay for a lifetime, sensing that they found a city that is in the world, yet sufficiently on the edge of it to have a different resonance.
Let me tell you something about this city. All of us, we're all just passing through, and we've all been here forever.
Those who came, those who stayed, those who never returned. Tides turn, seasons change, we've waited and we've watched, but we've always been here. We've always listened, because there is a different resonance here. It comes from the river, and the land, and the sky.
It's our place, all of us.
This city belongs to everyone.
And you know when it's your time.
And it's our time.
Listen, we are Freetown.
The golden rules of Freetown.
Don't pretend you're something that you're not.
Don't go thinking you're better than anyone else, or that anyone else is better than you.
Don't shout about it. Get on with it.
We are Freetown.
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 Yeah. We found our voice again.
I'm from India and Freetown.
I'm from China and Freetown.
I'm from the UK and Freetown.
I am from Nigeria and Freetown.
I am from home. I'm Freetown. This city belongs to everyone.
The fishermen,
The taxi driver,
The barber,
the drummers, dancers,
All of us, everybody, we are Freetown.
The past is ours.
The future is ours. It's our time again.
And this city belongs to everyone.
The playwright,
The greengrocer,
The teacher,
the dog.
this space is ours.
this light is ours.
The beaches are ours.
the rivers now we own.
The roads are ours.
The bridges now we own.
We are Freetown.
We are all visitors and we've all been here forever.
We've got the mightiest river.
And the biggest sky.
And there's a resonance again.
Freetown, Freetown. We are proud of this place. We love this city.
And we want you to love it too.
We're proud of this place.
Na pass we all dey pass like stranger dem, but we all don dey from them. Come here and you'll feel it, that end of the line sense of freedom. Say yes to Freetown. Say yes to freedom.
is Monday, the 15th of September 2025, and it is a pleasant morning and a warm welcome to your program, Good Morning Sierra Leone, the program that always starts your day. I am Sickle.
My name is Francis Barnard. Good morning and welcome to the program. Our quote of the day is from Malcolm X, and it says, "The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses." Sickle.
Yes, indeed. You know, the media, for example, somebody says the pen is mightier than the sword. You know what does that mean? It means the media, you know, is very powerful.
Yes, they set the agenda.
No, yes, the media makes and also breaks. So therefore, we have to be very careful.
And that's why we have Dr. Soa in the studios today as MRCG concludes nationwide consultation review of the SLBC Act of 2010. ONS and the Sierra Leone Police provide valuable updates on the recent security matters across the country. And today, Sierra Leone joins the world to observe International Democracy Day. All these and more lined up in this edition of the program Good Morning Sierra Leone. We invite you to participate by sending your comments and views to the number on the screen, or you can also follow us on our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone. We are broadcasting live from Broadcasting House, New Englandville in Freetown.
We're back, and the program you're still watching is Good Morning Sierra Leone, live from Broadcasting House, New Englandville in Freetown. Now, established in 1934, the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service SLBC, now known as the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation SLBC, was the first English language radio broadcasting service in West Africa, playing a vital role in delivering information to the public. In 2010, the SLBC transitioned into a corporation through an Act of Parliament, marking a significant new change or chapter in Sierra Leone's public broadcasting history. This transition occurred amidst ongoing challenges such as limited funding, questions around editorial independence, and the need for improved infrastructure. Today, with support from the European Union and BBC Media Action in Sierra Leone, the Media Reform Coordinating Group, MRCG, has led a nationwide consultation process. This initiative engaged in a wide range of stakeholders from diverse sectors to review the SLBC Act of 2010. Well, to help us understand the reasons and the implications, we have in the studios Dr. Francis Soa. He is the National Coordinator of the Media Reform Coordinating Group, MRCG. Good morning, Dr. Soa, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here as always.
Now, the SLBC came into being by an Act of Parliament in 2010. This was a merger between then UN Radio and then SLBS. Now, 15 years down the line, there are now calls for review of that act that initially established this public service broadcaster. In the first place, you are leading the process to review the act. As a journalist, a seasoned one for that matter, a trainer, and also, a legal practitioner. which makes it very easy for you to do this job. Now tell us, why the need for a review of the SLBC Act at this particular point in time?
Thank you very much once more. Let me start by quoting the Honorable Minister of Information and Civic Education. Like rightly pointed out, 15 years down the line, the framers of the law, the SLBC Act at that time, had their best intentions to give us a public service broadcaster. So we should appreciate the fact that at that time, they gave their best in developing the bill that eventually became a law. 15 years down the line, a number of things had happened, a number of changes had occurred, so there is a need for the review of the law. Now, by way of context, there is the Media Empowerment, there is Media for Democracy, Media for Democracy, Inclusion and Empowerment Project, which is supported by the European Union through the BBC, Media Action and other international consortium members. And one of the things that we should do as MRCG is reform of the SLBC Act, as rightly pointed out. So what's the context for that? With your permission, I would like to quote precisely Recommendation 77 of the Cross-Party Committee on Electoral Systems and Management Bodies Review Report, which we normally call the tripartite report. What does it say in Recommendation 77? The state broadcaster, SLBC, should be transformed into an independent public service broadcaster with editorial independence from government and financial autonomy. And it also talks about political parties having access to the public service broadcaster during elections. Again, with your leave, Recommendation 4 in the National Action Plan, developed after and devised a long-term business plan.